What is going on, everybody? Welcome back into the channel. My name's Rock Soldier, and today we're going to be reacting to Runaway by Josh A featuring James Lightner. And this is, I believe, the only song off of the You're Not Alone album I have yet to react to. I believe, at least that's someone said in the comments, and that may or may not be true. And if it isn't true, then there's only like one or two other songs. I've definitely reacted to most of these tracks, so I'm super excited to check out this track, guys. We're going to hop right into this thing. Let's get it.
There's all the other someday I'll be a little bit closer. I miss your face, but I need some space to grow. You know, I just wanna run away. So there's all the other someday I'll be a little bit closer. I miss your face, but I need some space to grow. You know,
yeah, you never asked for this. Surprised that we lasted this. I know it's been hard, but I can't live like being passionless. Everything I went for was for us. Sorry if it's been too much, but I'm in too deep. And if I stop now, then I might erupt. Saying I should go back to college, try something normal for once. But when you say that, it hurts me. Sometimes I just wanna run. I know you're coming from love, but I don't wanna give up. Baby, I promise we're gonna make it. I just need you to trust.
Same thing goes.
Okay, so at first, I thought this may be like more of like a message to like parents or brothers and sisters, right, like blood relatives. But the very last line of that verse where it says, "Baby, I promise we're gonna make it." I'm assuming Josh isn't going around calling anybody in his family baby, right? So this makes me think that it's definitely about like someone, in like an intimate relationship, right? And it can be hard, for that person to really stick out this kind of lifestyle, right? I mean, the lifestyle of being an artist, making music, it is a lot, man, and then there's a lot to go into it that, like, I'm sure I haven't even considered, and that a lot of us probably haven't even considered, right? And it's not just writing music and performing shows, right? There's so much more to it. There's merch, there's branding. I mean, setting up tour dates and concerts in general can be a hassle. Setting up travel, and transportation, places to stay while you're out on tour, right? And on top of that, you're on tour, so you're gone for weeks at a time, right? So it's a very taxing thing that can affect relationships in a really hard way, right? And kind of, starts out with that saying, "Yeah, I know you never asked for this," but he makes a good point. He said, "I know it's been hard, but I can't live life being passionless," right? So basically saying like he has to do this. Like chasing music is his dream, right? I mean, like, what's the purpose? Where would he go to if he wasn't doing music, right? So that's where I'm at right now. We're gonna keep going.
Saying I should go back to college, try something normal for once. But when you say that, it hurts me. Sometimes I just wanna run. I know you're coming from love, but I don't wanna give up. Baby, I promise we're gonna make it. I just need you to trust.
Same thing goes. What you waiting for? Same thing goes. What you waiting for? I just wanna run away. Something's all the others. Someday I'll be a little bit closer. I miss your face, but I need some space to grow. You know, I just wanna run away. Something's all the others. Someday I'll be a little bit closer. I miss your face, but I need some space to grow. You know,
Yeah, so on the topic of James Lightner real quick, he actually does have a very good voice, and I feel like his voice definitely complements this song in a really good way. But overall, man, I mean, it seems like it's almost like an understanding, right? That like Josh almost understands that this kind of life really does take a toll, especially on relationships, right? For a multitude of reasons. And it's almost kind of like him saying that, like, I hope one day that we can like reconnect. So it's almost like he is like letting this person go for their betterment, right? Because of the taxing ways of this lifestyle, right? And he says, he just needs some space, some time to grow, and that hopefully, someday they'll be able to, reconnect, right?
It's fun finally working out. Yeah, we finally made it out. I've been busy touring different cities, but you waited out. All I wanna do is get back home. I guess success brings different stresses, and some plaques bring new depression. Guess I had to learn that lesson. We just wanna start a family, but my time is eaten up by this path. I could quit now, but just don't know how long money would last. And if I stop now, maybe I would never see my dreams pass. I keep going, so our kids have things that we never had.
Same thing.
Okay, so yeah, so now it's kind of like, it's almost like the first verse was like before he kind of had any music like really blow up to a spot where he could actually, you know, take it super seriously as like a career, right? And now the second verse is okay, he's had some things blow up, right? He's starting to, you know, gain some traction, be successful, bring in some money, or in different cities, like he said. But you know, I think the interesting part here is that he said is that I guess success brings different stresses, right? Because a lot of people think that once they make it in a certain area, that like all of a sudden life is just going to be stress free, no worries, just complete happiness. And you know, as much as I think we would all like to believe that, you know, that's very much not the case. You know, there are very many different stresses that come with it, and this would be one of them. What he's talking about in this song, right? This stress, this tax that's on this relationship, right? And he said she waited it out, and you know, he's kind of going back and forth, like, okay, well, I made some money, and I could stop here, right? But what if there's more for me to accomplish, right? And like he said, the money will run out, so you know, this money off of this one-time success isn't enough to last us, and so he's kind of really looking at like the future, you know, a little bit. And he even mentioned like having kids with this person, right? And you know, it's a whole dilemma, really.
I could quit now, but just don't know how long money would last. And if I stop now, maybe I would never see my dreams pass. I keep going, so our kids have things that we never had.
Same thing goes, what you waiting for? Same thing goes, what you waiting for? I just wanna run away, start this whole thing over. Someday I'll be a little bit closer. I'll miss your face, but I need some space to grow. You know,
I feel like that line right there, I know we already touched on like the chorus of the song, right? But I feel like that line right there, I'll miss your face, but I need some space to grow, you know, is got to be like one of the hardest things to admit, and to like, you know, to tell someone, right? Especially someone that you truly care about, right? Is, you know, it's got to be such a tough thing, especially when it's not like necessarily coming from like a bad place. But sometimes that is the best thing, right? Sometimes you just need to grow as a person, in different areas, right? And it can be such a tough thing to do.
Every time I think about taking a stage, start to feel like I'm frozen in place. I don't wanna be there without you. Singing your songs won't be the same if you're gone at all. No, every note will sound wrong. I know that you don't know it, but I choose you every moment. Same thing.
Yeah, so I mean, this one talks about, like, you know, as an artist, you know, a lot of times they write about personal things that are happening in their life, experiences that they've had, right? And that oftentimes includes writing songs about your relationship, right? And so, you know, after you kind of separated, right, for whatever reason, and then, you know, you still got to go on these shows and perform these songs, that can also be a hard thing to do. There was, I forget what song. Josh has a song. It might even be on this album. Josh has a song on this album where he mentions about, you know, making these songs about these, you know, traumatic experiences, these rough times in his life, and then, you know, those songs became popular and blow up. So now every time he goes to perform, he kind of has to like relive these moments, and the same thing would be true, you know, for songs about you know, current or previous relationships, right?
But I choose you every moment. Same thing goes, what you waiting for? Same thing goes, what you waiting for? I just wanna run away, start this whole thing over. Someday I'll be a little bit closer. I'll miss your face, but I need some space to grow. You know, I just wanna run away, start this whole thing over. Someday.
I gotta say for James Lightner voice, I almost prefer his like the way like his delivery and like his verse, right? This like super high pitched voice for like the chorus is like I don't necessarily dislike it. I just prefer it the other way, you know?
I just wanna run away, stop this whole thing over. Someday I'll be a little bit closer. I'll miss your face, but I need some space to grow. You know, I know you're sad right now, but one day we're gonna make it out. And I know it hurts, but if you give me time, I'll make this work. I know you're sad right now, but one day we're gonna make it out. And I know it hurts, but if you give me time, I'll make this work.
All right, so that was "Runaway" by James Lightner, or sorry, by Josh A featuring James Lightner off of the You're Not Alone album. And like I said, I enjoyed this one, man. I feel like it is relatable to a certain extent. Obviously, for him, this was really, you know, his career based. So I know we can't all relate to being, you know, a big, you know, music artist, right? But you know, I think we all have those things in our life that ultimately do kind of interfere and put stress on the relationships, right? And I think that's the relatable part of the song. And so, you know, overall, man, I feel like this one was a good one. It sounded good, good delivery. James Lightner has a good voice. Like I said, I mean, the chorus, I didn't dislike it. I just kind of preferred like his normal voice, like his delivery on his verse in there at the end of the song. But so overall, man, I gotta say I enjoyed this track, and hopefully you guys did as well. If you did, please make sure to leave a like, hit that sub button, hit the bell, and we're dropping the next one. And that's all I got for you guys for now. It's your boy Rock Soldier. Hope you have a great rest of your night. Even better day tomorrow. See you guys in the next one. All right, guys. Peace.